Hello guys, in today's stream highlight video, I'm going to share with you 2 simple tips to win build fights that does not necessarily require you to get the high ground. So let's jump right into it. The first tip is not to hesitate to break enemies' walls. Ever since the nerf that makes it easier for players to break walls, you should take advantage of this. Older players might still be getting used to having their wooden wall or ramps broken that easily, and you could get an easy hit on them that way. Another great reason for breaking ramps to reach your enemies is that if the enemy is having high ping, and if you are fast enough to attack them, they actually start getting damage before even seeing the ramp break. And by the time they react to you, they would have already taken some damage. Sorry, but over here is another interesting way you can hurt your enemies if you have remote explosive with you. When you double ramp away from an enemy that is above you, 2 things can happen. One is either he tries to shoot you down, or he will follow you to keep the high ground. So if you hear them following you, all you have to do is just turn back, go down, throw C4, and they'll fall and take fall damage. Notice that I throw 2 C4s, one a bit higher, because sometimes enemies might create their own ramps to follow you, or in this case, the enemy actually chose to use my ramp to get to me. The next tip is to sometimes be very aggressive and try to take as many possible hits on the enemy, especially if the enemy you're facing is a very passive player. While they are trying to block your hits with tin walls, you are actually sneaking in hits on them, which even some pros admitted that they are afraid of these very aggressive playstyle. But of course, when I say aggressive, I still mean that you need to be smart about it. And I don't just mean being aggressive with your guns, but also with your buildings. When people start spamming you with bullets and you do not have a good angle on them, you really have to go wild with your builds as well. Don't worry about building over yourself, and even if you do, you have to start getting used to finding ways around that. That is really all I like to share, something that I find very useful in Season 5. Sadly, the drum gun is removed, but I find that the SMG can still pull off a quick break if needed. I do have other tips and tricks in mind that I might share in a future video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and subscribe if you are interested to see more upcoming contents like this. Until next time, have a pleasant day and bye bye.